So, I am Tara from livingonadime.com, and today I'm making cheeseburger rolls, my son Dave's favorite dinner. He loves it. It is in Dining on a Dime Cookbook, page 182. And to start this recipe, we go to page 75 in I didn't do that right. Page 75 in Dining on a Dime for 90-minute rolls, because that is the base for this recipe. So let me test my yeast water is good there. So I kind of got thrown off here since I had to ramble on for so long. Sorry guys. You like my cute little Hummingbird measuring things? Aren't those cute? I have a whole set and then they hang on the wall. I just think they're adorable. So for 90-minute rolls, you need to put, what's your question, Jack?
I'm just wondering when I'm gonna be
on. I will tell you. Okay. So Jack is wondering when he's going to be on because he is going to be my taste tester. He wanted to make sure he could be a taste tester. So for 90-minute rolls, you combine your flour, sugar, yeast, and salt. So I have my flour, I have my sugar and my salt in here mixed together, and then I'm putting my yeast in. You can use any kind of yeast. I have gotten to like the rapid rise yeast because it rises rapidly and it cuts my rise time down, so I've really been enjoying that. And if I buy it in the jar or if you buy it in a big bag at the wholesale store, then it's a lot cheaper. Does it matter? Oh, okay.
Well, since you stopped, I assume you want me to be on you.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you just mix your salt and sugar and your flour and your yeast. Then in a bowl, you mix your milk, water, and margarine or butter. Warm it in the microwave until it's really warm. So I can put my finger in here, but I can't keep it in here. So that is slightly too warm. So let me just stir to get some of the heat out here. I heated it ahead of time because I didn't want to have to be running back and forth to the microwave. And let's see. Okay, because if it's too hot, it's going to kill your yeast. And it's still just a little warm. Oh, don't you love live TV? Do we have any questions while my water's warming, cooling down just a tad?
I don't see any questions at the moment. Well, are these the ones in your cookbook using the 90-minute roll recipe?
Yes, this is the one in my cookbook using the 90-minute roll recipe. And okay, now we're there. So I can put my finger in it and it's warm, but not burning hot is how I test. And you can use a thermometer, and it's about 115 on your thermometer if you have a thermometer. So then pour your milk and water mixture in here. Now these 90-minute rolls are really similar to the homemade bread recipe that we shared on YouTube the other day, and I'll have Mike put a link to that, the homemade bread on YouTube. And
You want the YouTube or the post?
just do both. He'll put both the YouTube video and the post on there. And
we were having sound problems with the video that day.
oh yeah, we're gonna remake that video because I was having sound problems. So this is the same recipe basically, but halved, and I use half milk instead of water in that other one. So basically it's the same recipe, but what you do is you mix your first initial mixing with the beaters. They're 90-minute rolls because they only take 90 minutes instead of 2 or 3 hours. And one of the ways we do that is by beating with the mixtures. It gets the yeast going quicker. So I'm going to do that real quick. It's going to be loud. Now, you're supposed to mix for 2 minutes. I did that for about 30 seconds just because we want to keep moving on this. But you do your first beating for about 2 minutes, and then you add another 1/4 cup of flour, and then you beat it again for 2 minutes. Yes?
Before you beat it, Carol was asking, she said, did I miss information? Can the dough be made ahead of time, maybe a day or two before you use it?
You can. You can put it in the refrigerator, Carol. So it can be made ahead of time. This would probably be a better dough if you made it ahead of time to just keep it in a ball and freeze it. Yeah, that looks better. To put it in a ball and freeze it would be better. So then you're going to mix your flour in again for 2 minutes. So again, I mixed about 30 seconds, but you're supposed to do 2 minutes. Now, if you have dough stuck on your beaters like this and you want to get it off, first of all, take out your beaters before you scrape them if you do it with your hand. But what I do is if I have a deep bowl like this, I just turn it on, lift it up and let it just fling into the bowl. And I'm sure if you're not careful, I have at times flung it all over. But hello, Heidi.
We need to do that when we're live sometime.
Yeah, let's not. Or the time when we got a super powerful blender for my niece's smoothie. She kept burning out our regular blenders. And I was like, forget this. So I got a super powerful blender. And the first time I went to use it, I kid you not, I was baking gazpacho. And the lid didn't get on there tight. And boom, it went all over the entire kitchen. You know, as I'm kind of thinking about this, dear, do you know the irony of me having a cooking show? So the irony of me having a cooking show is that I am the person who's always flinging stuff over the kitchen, or I'm burning myself, or I'm cutting myself. I just had to laugh at that because it just occurred to me how ironic it is that I'm actually doing a cooking show. Okay. Oh my goodness.
What's her name on PBS? I forgot now.
Who? Julia Childs?
Yes.
Okay. So
She's asking, where did you get the bowls?
Angie, there's a link below. I don't know if they still have the same color, but I put a link below to Amazon. It is an affiliate link.
Oh, here, I'll paste it in.
But I have those. So now I sprinkle about, I don't know, this is probably a 1/2 cup of flour in here to just get it not so mushy. And I stir it around and get that flour mixed in. Okay. And then this is where the fun begins. So now you're going to knead it. And I'm going to show you how to knead again because you just can't have enough. So sprinkle a little bit more flour on there. So I did not put the entire amount of flour in to begin with because you need to knead in like the last cup of flour or so. And so you push down and squish to the side. I do it in the bowl. Can everybody see what I'm doing there, dear? Okay.
It's closer to the easier, but it looks pretty good.
Where, like that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Push down, smush, push down, smush, push down, smush, push down, smush. So that is how you knead. Guys, it's really super simple. You don't need to be afraid of yeast. You don't need to be afraid of kneading. It takes practice, but it doesn't take a lot of practice. I mean, seriously, you could do 2 or 3 batches, and by the 3rd one, you've got it down, and you can make some really delicious homemade rolls. Cinnamon rolls, which we'll do another day, and all kinds of goodies. You guys might be glad to know that Mom and I are working on a second Dining on a Dime. I don't know, do we call it Dining on a Quarter? And then have the next one be Dining on $1. The next one be $5 meals.
Isn't that getting more expensive though? You're going from dining on a dime to a
Well, see,
quarter.
those are our fancy recipes that use cream cheese and chocolate.
I see.
Okay, so there it is, all kneaded. So, see how it's nice and smooth and it doesn't stick to my hands? See how it's not sticking to my hands? I mean, I have a little bit of flour, but if it was not kneaded properly, it would be sticking to your hands. So, then what I do is I take my little ball of dough, I take my cooking spray, spray the top, spray the bottom, turn it back over so it has a nice smooth top. And then I cover it with a dish towel and set it to the side to rise. So then, through the magic of television and Tara working this afternoon to get it done, hold on, let me get some of the dough off my hands. We have the arisen dough. Now,
Wow, that was impressive.
I
Time travel.
know. It takes about 30 minutes to get to this spot, and you can see how I did not smooth my top and how it has all the lumps. That doesn't really matter. I was in a hurry because by the time I left the house to get the boys, I didn't have enough time for it to rise correctly, so I had to do it really quick as soon as I got home. So, the next step is rolling it out. So then I take a little bit of flour, and where can you see me best at? Right here?
Sure.
Okay, sprinkle a little flour on your counter or table. You know, dear, I think when we start doing these again, I think we're gonna have to start doing this in the kitchen. I mean, like in the proper kitchen.
Okay.
Because then every time I need a spoon or something, I won't have to have you running over there to get it. Okay, so you push down your dough like so. And see?
My mouth is watering already.
Is that bowl out of the way?
Yep.
Okay, so here's your dough. You knock it down. It's already risen. Now, this dough is a slightly larger batch because
Pull it up a little. There you go. Now I'm on you and the dough. You can talk.
is a slightly larger batch because why? Oh, I know why.
It's called a brain fart.
So here's Dave out of the shower. Your hair, you know,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
we're gonna have to start taking applications for girlfriends in a few years. So you're gonna
I
have to start
literally
combing your hair.
actually got my hair, I got out 30 seconds ago.
He did. So what do you think about cheeseburger rolls?
I'm hungry. Tell
You're
me when you're done. I'll be sure to taste
Dave
test.
loves his cheeseburger rolls. He wants to be the taste tester.
Yes, I do.
So I made a slightly larger batch because, frankly, I just messed up, and I thought this was going to be this was the batch I was making for you guys, and I was going to make extra rolls. So I'm taking a portion off just because it's too big. So that was my fault. But anyway, whew. Any questions or anything?
Well, there's some comments.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wait, just before you comment. So you'll notice I pushed it down, spread it out into a rectangle shape, and got it back into the flour again and flipped it. I do that about 3 or 4 times to get flour worked in there so it won't stick to the table. Okay, yes, dear.
is the dough recipe the 90-minute rolls?
Yes, 90-minute rolls on page 75 here in Dining on a Dime. That's what the dough that I'm using.
And I'm gonna.
And you can use any favorite dough recipe that you have, but this is just a particularly good one because it's quick and easy to do.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. I was about to paste that in there for him too.
Okay, so then you start rolling it out into a rectangle.
So let's see. Melissa's asking, what do you eat when the guys eat this? I remember that you're gluten-free and I am too.
Well, so Melissa, this is like a major issue in our family, and quite frankly, I'm getting to the point where I don't even want to cook anymore because it's just such a pain. Eating for me has just turned into, I don't know, just a nightmare. I'm not supposed to eat anything, and usually when I cook this, I will put some hamburger in some rice, and I'll eat that with some vegetables or something. But yeah, it's a pain, and honestly, I'm kind of tired of being gluten-free, but I gotta do it, so what can you do?
Karen said, that's why we love you, down to earth and in the moment. And Carol says, you're awesome, the birds, the cuts. That's what really makes you guys our people. Y'all are real.
Well, it makes me feel better, I guess. Okay, so since we're being real,
Uh-oh.
so when I lopped off this piece, I lopped off too much. And it's actually smaller than what it normally is. But I don't want to do it too much thinner. Normally it would roll probably out to about here. But I don't know. I don't want to roll it too thin. Oh my goodness, the irony of me having a cooking show.
And Tracy loves her giggle.
Thank you, Tracy.
Ken is asking, how is Dave's foot?
Dave's foot is doing well. We are waiting to get into the orthopedic surgeon, or no, the orthopedic doctor, to see if he needs surgery. The doctor said it's very unlikely, but you never know. Okay, so you get it rolled out into a rectangle like you're doing cinnamon rolls. Now, you could just sprinkle some sugar and some butter and cinnamon and sugar and have cinnamon rolls if you want. I do that all the time. But we're making cheeseburger rolls today, so we're not doing that. So here is my butter. I put a little bit of butter on here. Today, I cannot remember her name, but a reader of mine, a viewer on YouTube, said she never feels full. And I had that problem for a long time, and I told her, I said, my nutritionist who's helping me with my chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia said to eat fats with your meals and then you'll feel full. So now I have started putting butter on everything. Not a lot. I mean, I put maybe 2 tablespoons, and this is gonna be 8 or 10 servings, so that's not that much. And the fats help keep you full. So anyway, that's a little trick if anybody has that problem. Now this is some hamburger here that I had previously cooked, and I froze it in little freezer bags. And then I just let it defrost. And Mike, if you would put the homemade seasoning recipe on there for them. This is my homemade seasoned salt. And I just sprinkle some on there. And Michael put the recipe for my homemade seasoned salt there for you. And just stir it around on my hamburger. What I should have done is sprinkled the hamburger and then sprinkled that, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm sprinkling my hamburger. Okay, just get it evenly distributed.
Mike does not have the gift of typing.
Mike doesn't have, no, Mike's gift is not typing, guys, sorry. Just let it go, guys, let it go. He's doing the best he can.
No, they're fine.
Dave is gimpy, and we've started having Dave help us with our videos because Mike can't do it all.
Penny says, I made it home in time. Howdy, Tara, got the soaps and they're amazing. Thank you so much.
Hello, Penny. Yay, I'm glad you got the soaps. So, I hadn't informed Mike of this, but I was trying to decide if I should do a live show after this because I have to make a batch of soap this evening. I don't know if I will or not. So I'm mixing cheddar cheese and mozzarella just because I need to get the mozzarella used up and the cheddar used up. And we are making cheeseburger roll if you guys are just joining me. It's in Dining on a Dime on page 182, our Dining on a Dime cookbook.
You're getting some thumbs ups.
So just spread it around, and you know what? Man, this is just slightly too much cheese for this, but I think I'm just going to finish it because I want to be done with this cheese. So, there you go.
Make it super cheesy.
It's going to be really cheesy. Now, can you send my beautiful face back so I can talk to them for a minute?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Of course.
So, before I roll this up, I wanted to tell you guys, these are cheeseburger rolls. Now, how Mom makes them is like a cabbage roll. So she will take, let's see, I can't even remember how Mom did it now. So Mom will take a little piece like this, and let's see, can you see what I'm doing?
No, I know I can tilt down.
Okay, go ahead and tilt down. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. So let's, well, I mean, I didn't forget. Oh boy. Okay. I'm not doing very well, guys. Sorry. So Mom will take and make little, like, cabbage rolls instead. So what she would do is roll them out like this, and she'd make little rolls. Boop-de-doop. She'd take that one, and then she'd make another little ball, go down and around and around, approximately the same size. Stretch it a little bit if you need to. So then, here, I'll steal a little bit from here. So then she would put a little bit of the center in here, and then put them together. Squeeze it like so.
A lot of people say never too much cheese, and one person said never too much cheese, butter, or bacon.
Well, this is true. You're right. Whoever said never too much cheese, butter, or bacon, you are right. So then she has a little cabbage roll thing. Now, I don't do it this way because I have fibromyalgia, and to roll out 20 of these or however many I need just wears me out. So that's why I do it this way. But if you want to make a traditional cabbage roll type shape, you could do it like that. Now, or you could just roll one piece and then just fold it in half or something. Now, you can also put in here ham and Swiss cheese. You can put in spaghetti sauce, which we have in Dining on a Dime cookbook on page, let me see here. Okay, so if you want spaghetti sauce, Dining on a Dime, right there. Spaghetti sauce, $2.20. This is delicious. It's really good. So you could make it like a pizza with pepperoni. You could do Canadian bacon and ham, or I mean Canadian bacon and pineapple. You could do ham with, did I say ham with Swiss cheese?
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
I think I did. Well, anyway, so you can put anything you want in here. It doesn't have to just be the cheeseburger stuff. Okay, so now I hope I can do this because it's going to be backwards for me. But now, can you see this line here? If I were to just set this on my baking sheet, it would just all over the place, and cheese and hamburger and everything would be everywhere. So here's how I roll it. First, I squeeze the ends in, okay? Tuck them in and squeeze. Then I start going along this line here, and I just squeeze, 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 squeeze. Wow, this could turn into...
Carlene says stromboli. It is similar to stromboli, isn't it?
I have no idea what a stromboli is.
In the bread parties.
Is it? I don't know. It might be. I have no idea what a stromboli is.
Similar
And
to that.
is it similar? Okay. So then see how it's all squeezed and nice and all pretty and just looks all nice? Okay, so now let me wipe up my mess because I have a brand new, now my mother, this is just for you. She's probably not on tonight of all nights. A brand new cookie sheet. So my nasty old one won't be seen by all.
Wow.
And then what you want to do is you want to transfer this over to here, and you want your seam to be pointing downward if possible. So what I do is I just lift, and then I lift the center, and then I just start flipping so that it's down. Can everybody see? Oops, got a piece of hamburger there. And then, whew, that was intense. Then you have your hamburger roll, because if you could see, so we need another camera to shoot here. My husband is doing funny things in the back here. So then you have your hamburger roll on your cookie sheet. And now what you're going to do is you're going to cover it with a towel. Well, that's not the best towel. Oh, good grief. Okay, cover it with a towel and let it poof up and rise about 20 minutes or so. And then after it has risen, you can go ahead and do me again. After it has risen, then you put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes if you're at high altitude. Just check your oven, and then you want it to be browned on top. Okay, so let me clean up my mess here. Do we have any questions? Because it is time for Jack to come and Dave to come be taste testers. Okay, go get Dave.
Patty says, is poof a cooking term?
Did I say poof?
Yes.
What did I say poof for? I don't remember. Oh my goodness. I think I'm getting Alzheimer's.
Maureen says cabbage, onion, salt, pepper with hamburger, so yummy.
Yes, so cabbage rolls is salt, pepper, onion, and that's a cabbage roll. Yes.
Does it just have the cheese, or does it also have the? Is it just the hamburger, or is it also the cheese?
It's both.
Okay, good.
Your favorite, huh? Let's see. Can you run over and get a couple of plates? Because I forgot. So let's see. Mike, can you hand me my nasty cookie sheet? Because I realized when I started this show, I need 2 cookie sheets so I don't show my nasty one. My mother's going to have a cow. But if you cook a lot, it is so hard to keep them totally clean.
Have a cow. Her house can't even fit it.
Don't touch, no touch.
Yes. My hands are back.
I'm holding it.
You will be happy to see that my hand has healed from the other thing. Okay, so,
Whoops.
wow, this really doesn't look good, does it? Okay, so, as you can see here, my seam broke open because I forgot to turn it over. I was in a hurry when I got this done, but
I'm gonna say I wouldn't care.
let me
Still tastes good.
see what I need to do here, because you can't really cut on a Silpat. And Jack, can you go get me a sharp knife?
Ouch.
So that's the only bad thing about a Silpat is the kids cut it, and I
Sorry.
don't like that. But
Which one? Red or green?
Green.
go get me the great big one over here with the brown handle.
Great big
Dude,
one
does
that
this
we
make
call
them
the
lick the
murder
ball?
knife.
Be super careful. Nope,
Jack, it's in the one with the scissors. The drawer with the
the
scissors.
drawer with the scissors.
Oh, the big ginormous.
Right, that one. Point it down
I know.
and walk
Oh.
to me.
That's not what we call the murder knife.
No, that's not the murder knife.
Sorry. You have a knife that looks like a murder knife.
We do, but
it's,
this
like,
is not
super
it. This is a
thin.
bread knife. So if you're wondering, this is a bread knife. So
Sorry.
then,
We have a lot of YouTube people missing us. They're checking in and asking.
oh, sorry, YouTubers. We had issues, technical issues. Michael couldn't get it to go on today. We don't know what happened.
Check our Facebook.
Pat would like you to retell them what it is you're making.
Cheeseburger
I am
rolls.
making, what am I making, Jack?
Cheeseburger rolls.
My favorite.
Cheeseburger
Me
roll.
and his favorite recipe.
Yep.
I've been
So
eating
now-
it for 13 years straight.
Yep. After it has cooled, spread butter on the top.
It is melting fast.
Yeah, it's still pretty warm. Okay, and then I spread butter on the top and get it all pretty.
Dina says make them lick the bowl.
Make them lick the bowl, yeah.
And Michelle says the big kid behind you looks just like you.
Oh, my baby. The big kid behind me just got out of the shower, so his hair's still wet.
Plus, he just got out of the doctor.
Well, this is true. Okay, so,
I need like
Now.
5. That's not big enough.
hold on. It's not big enough. Hold on. So I need to show you. So that's what it looks like.
Looks delish.
Yum.
Does it look delicious? Ooh, it's even still steaming. Okay, let me cut Dave.
Here, Dad,
Hey,
play a crackling,
Peace. Hold on
sizzling
just a minute,
sound.
Jack. Hold on.
Play a crackling, sizzling sound.
Make them even hungrier, so they have to make this recipe now. I'll eat the
Okay.
cheese that's seeping out too.
Oops. Oh.
I don't.
Oh, you wanted a bigger piece, didn't you? Okay.
Just
Well, there's
put
two.
I need a bigger piece. Okay.
So, these are Dave and Jack's
Can I have two?
favorite cheeseburger
Can I
rolls.
have two since David gets two?
Can I have
Yes.
2 since David gets 2? Deborah says more butter.
So then, well, Deborah, actually, you're right, more butter. So then what we
Can we eat them
do,
now?
yeah, just a second.
Or are you still displaying?
Go ahead, eat if you want. Then we usually put butter on the inside too, but they're wanting to eat, so we'll just eat it.
You liking that, Dave?
Okay,
Nom.
what do you guys think? Did it pass the test?
Well, since he's on
Cheeseburger
crutches
roll
and he's
perfection.
dancing, that must be amazing.
This is just called bobbing.
It's the wet hair.
It's so good.
Patty says D to the lish.
D to the lish. So, then what I'll do with my extras, I'll just roll it out and make a cinnamon roll. Or
More cheeseburger
5 or
rolls.
6.
You should do your cinnamon rolls
Or a
sometime.
mini.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Or
do
mini
cinnamon rolls
cheeseburger roll.
sometime. Okay, so let's see if there's any questions here. Everybody get your questions on while I'm trying to make a space here to sit down because I'm worn out. Okay.
Hey,
Ooh.
Jack, can I sit here? Or well,
Okay, let's see.
Just
Jack,
something-
can you scoot over
You're
just
the
a
gimpy
little
guy,
bit?
you have to stand.
I'm the kid with the
Okay.
crutch. Stop calling me
You
the
sit here.
gimpy guy.
You can be the one that says, God bless us, everyone.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, who says that?
You have no idea who that is, do you?
No. Oh,
Okay,
Wow.
Mike's checking questions real quick,
So Deborah
guys.
says parchment paper is good too.
Yes, Deborah, parchment paper works really well. I just always forget to buy it, and I need to buy some for cheeseburger rolls because, yes, it works really well.
yesterday was Patriot Day, aka 9/11.
And Carol had said, like cast iron, it's not dirty, it's seasoned.
Yes, the problem with seasoned is when you're doing television shows, it looks really gnarly.
Rick Dina says bread knives are serrated, and
Yes.
that's probably why it works really well.
So that's why it works well, because you can see it's serrated instead of just a straight
Plus, it
sharp
doesn't hurt
knife.
Dave.
And no, don't
So you
even.
can't
Just
see
kidding,
it.
I won't
You
do
wanna
that.
show?
Dave, don't touch it.
Oh, okay. Hold on, Mike's gonna hold it closer. So can you see the serrations? That's why it cuts easier than just a straight butcher knife.
Yeah, my
So-
favorite kind of knife. Okay, Cynthia says you're looking amazing.
Oh, well, thank you, Cynthia.
Do we
I
look alike?
appreciate the compliment.
Like the video if we all look alike.
Do we all look alike? Jeez.
Me and him
Michelle
as
says
well.
that little boy can put away some food.
Can you put
Wait.
away some food? Or you?
Okay.
Oh, here. Put. Okay. Now does Dave and Jack look alike?
Look, look. Jack, look
Yeah.
at the camera.
Debbie's asking, what do you serve with it?
So Debbie, I will serve either fresh fruit. Like today, I got grapes at the store, so I would serve it with grapes, or I would serve it with
Carrots
carrots cooked, or just raw carrots with ranch dressing.
or rice.
Or I would cook up some broccoli and put some house seasoning with cheese on my broccoli and some butter and serve it that way.
If you really wanted this to be like a cheeseburger, could you like stuff some mayo on the inside or like
Well, I guess if you
ranch?
want, it'd be a little strange. But yeah, you can
In the
dip it in
little
ranch.
pocket.
Yeah, you could dip it in ranch.
Cherry says you had mentioned earlier about the lady that couldn't get full. You said the nutritionist mentioned to add fat. Did she mention anything else you could do to help?
So the nutritionist told me that the fat helps you keep full. And I have noticed that to be very true. So what I do is I will like put butter on my toast. And I'm not talking like 4 tablespoons. I'm talking a teaspoon of butter.
Whoa. Sorry.
And let's just sit over there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And if you eat avocado, cut up an avocado on your salad and that'll help you stay full. They say olive oil does the same thing, but I have not noticed the olive oil to keep me as full. So
Heidi says she's ready to come over and try some.
well, Heidi, come on over because we're going to have a lot of cheeseburger rolls tonight.
No, I want them for myself and school lunch, okay?
Karen was talking about Barkeeper's Friend and the green scrubby cleaning up shiny pans. But
I did use Barkeeper's Friend, but this is an aluminum pan. I prefer stainless steel, but this is an aluminum pan. It's just, it gets stained after a while. Are you done, Dave?
No, I just need to get a drink.
Oh.
Salty, but...
I don't remember who it was, but somebody earlier had said that you said you were feeling better from some supplements or something you're doing, and she was just wondering what that is. You don't have to
So
do it, but-
I'm going to do a show. Mike couldn't remember who asked, but I'm going to do a show on the supplements that I'm doing, but I need to wait like another month, guys, because it is helping me feel better, but I'm not totally healed by any means. So I go back to the doctor next week and we're going to fine tune it, and then hopefully by December we'll be seeing some progress. I'm already seeing some progress, but I wouldn't say that I'm totally healed by any long shot. I am feeling better and I am doing better, but I hate to say anything until I know for sure that it's really helping a lot. So
And I'm not sure if everybody knows why you're not feeling
oh, so when I talk about not feeling good, I have chronic fatigue syndrome and I have fibromyalgia, and those two things are what I keep talking about when I say I'm not feeling good. So,
Ouch.
Deborah wants to know, have you used frozen bread dough?
Deborah, you may use frozen bread dough. It would work just great. Is that your piece over there?
Huh?
Is this your piece here?
Oh, yeah, this is my piece. Wait, can I see it?
I'm kidding.
This is my piece, right? They probably can't see that, but...
Frozen
Dave,
bread dough
that's
works
not
great.
your piece.
You don't have to make your own bread dough. You can buy frozen if you want, and it works really good.
Karen says a lot of people are putting butter in their morning coffee, and then Deborah says coconut oil in your coffee, and Sandra is also saying I put butter or coconut oil in my coffee.
Yeah.
For that
Okay.
What's
feeling
up?
full.
Good. Yes, coconut oil is another oil that you can use to help you stay full. Coconut oil, olive oil, avocado, butter.
Canola?
Not canola. I can't think. There was another one, but I can't think of what it was.
Why are you cooking fat-free? It
I'm
says
not
for
cooking
fat-free
fat-free.
cooking.
This isn't fat-free.
Sharon asked, after you roll it up, how long do you let it rise again?
I let it rise about 20 minutes the second rise
Okay.
before I cook it.
And Karen says, can you make this with the pizza crust you can buy in a tube?
Yes, you can make this with the pizza crust you buy it in the tube, Karen.
You probably have to use a lot of it though.
You might have to use 2 cans though, and it would, or you could use 1 can. It would be half or a quarter of this size. So it depends on how big your family is. Are you sneaking a grape? I saw that grape.
Can I have a grape?
You crazy guy.
Carlene asked, is your fibro worse when the temperature drops?
No, for me, my fibromyalgia is not affected by the heat. My chronic fatigue syndrome is affected by heat. As soon as it gets above 85, I start getting really sick.
Oh, thanks.
And
Sorry.
so my CFS gets worse in heat, but my fibromyalgia doesn't really get worse in the cold. So,
And Sandra said she was just diagnosed with both, unfortunately.
yeah.
Sherry says, when I first started watching you, seemed so tired and not feeling good. I can see here the last couple of days I tuned in, you seem to feel better.
Yes, I really think my supplements that and my whole regime that I'm on. Oh, that's interesting. I cut out the milk last week.
Mom.
And I did cut out milk last week, so I have cut out.
Everything.
Let's see, what have I cut out? I've cut out gluten and wheat.
Mom.
Just a minute. I've cut out.
Oh, Jack.
milk. I'm working on cutting out sugar next, and corn,
Pretty much all she can eat is au jus,
which is ice. So I need to be gluten-free, dairy-free, corn-free, sugar-free.
Vegan.
So,
No.
yeah, I eat a lot of rice. And I'm kind of disappointed because I like to eat. Yes, Jack.
I forgot.
Okay, sorry. I had to finish what I was saying.
There are more things about fibro and stuff. Do you want to talk about all that right now? Or?
Yeah, I guess I can. Yeah, since there's some questions on fibromyalgia, I can do it.
15 minutes.
So guys, do me a favor while we're doing this. Go over to YouTube, open a new tab, go over to YouTube and type in Rocky Mountain Relaxation. That's Mike's other YouTube channel where he does all these relaxation videos. So everybody go over there and subscribe for him. He needs a boost of encouragement
He's going like gas.
to keep doing his videos. So we
Rocky
need to get
Mountain
his
one?
subscriber count up. So open a new tab,
Oh,
go to Rocky Mountain Relaxation and look for Mike's picture. Remember his handsome face. It's on there. And please subscribe to it. He might be able to find a link while I'm answering the next question and put it in there for
a
you.
lot of cheese.
Melissa said
Really?
gluten-free, grain-free, no white
Cheese.
sugar, and limiting artificial sweeteners and preservatives helped her by 75% with her
But
symptoms.
not a lot like this.
Yes, if you cut out all those things out of your diet,
help tire down.
it does help. The problem with that diet, it is a huge pain in the rear to do. And I mean, you can't eat, you really don't eat that much. And I'm at the point now where I just don't even want to eat because I'm tired of trying to figure out what to eat. And I need to just figure out some recipes. I do like,
Au jus.
I do like millet,
Oh, great.
which is bird food. But millet is really good. If you cook it really slow, it has the consistency of oatmeal, and then I put sugar and agave and butter in there. Although I use ghee. I make my own ghee because I don't eat the milk protein anymore. So
One mistake, too much cheese.
I put too much
Because then
cheese
I'm
this
really
time.
full. I'm like, oh, too much cheese in the first
It was
5 minutes.
delicious, huh?
It's delicious. But
Well,
it
you
really
guys
takes
just
a toll
ate
on
3/4 of it.
Well, true.
I don't think it was the cheese. I think it was you guys eating a bunch.
I already ate 5 pieces.
So it was delicious,
Yeah.
Mr. Wethead.
This
Okay,
is
any other
Dryad.
questions?
Just a number of people saying you should stop all the grains, including rice. One person says no millet. You need to drop all the grains. Quinoa is okay. Or
No,
quinoa.
I can't drop all the grains. I have tried dropping all the grains, and all it does is make me horridly sick, and then I have no energy. So I have tried dropping all the grains, and I have to have something for energy. I just have no energy at all when I'm
Bye.
off grains. So say bye, Dave.
Mom,
Bye. Sorry, guys.
frozen popsicle.
Yeah. So I have tried cutting the grains, but it doesn't really help me at all. So, all right. Any others?
Marlene says, "Hey, dog, did she say bird food?"
Yes, I said bird food. That's pretty much what millet is, but you can get it without the bird word on the package. You can just get it at the grocery health food store, and it's really good. I like it. I just cook it really slow and make like oatmeal. So, all right. So, I may or may not be back in an hour and do soap. I need to do soap, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it live. So, if you see the little thingy bling on there and I decide to do it live, then we will. But
Can you wait till Wednesday and do it live when you're feeling better?
no, I have to get it done tonight. So, I have an order for a special soap thing, and I have to get it done tonight. So, I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not live. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Please go to livingonadime.com and grab our Dining on a Dime cookbook, which should be here next week. The order should arrive next week. And it's back ordered until then, and I'll start shipping as soon as they arrive in my garage. And then don't forget our other books, Quick and Easy Menus, Penny Pinch and Mama, and Dig Out of Debt are all 50% off. So if you want those, grab them, because once we're out of print, we don't have them anymore. And I really want to get these gone out of the garage. So yeah, we want to get them sold. So please, go order our books. Help us make more cheeseburger rolls. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Bye.
join Patreon so Dave can get more of his fancy cheeseburger.
Yeah, join Patreon so Dave can have more cheeseburger rolls.